I am back in England again, back in the little conservatory here at Bleu. It's a sunny day outside, it's getting cooler for winter here too. And I've got a load of photographs put together, lots and lots of the series for the new rhododendrons and cafe series I've put together, composites of different photographs I found around the place making up my own pictures, and one or two also of the ferry trip across on the boat. So next thing is to put out my paints, get ready for some courses I've got to run. I've got a couple of workshops to do and demos to do, which would be nice. And first of all, it's the acrylics workshops for the next month in Bleu. And then I've got a couple of workshops and demos to do, both in acrylics and pastels. So let's get some paints out ready to start my own work, shall we? And here we go for the winter 2019 into 2020. Here's something to cheer us up now then. Just look at this. Doesn't that interest you? Here we are back in the studio, the conservatory again. Done the work outside, a bit of fresh air, got myself going, eating like mad now, used this muscle for ages. Now I want to do a nice cafe scene here. I'll start with the most complicated ones first of all, this one. It's a rather lovely but very ornate one, where I've put figures in as well again, because we don't just keep them as they are. So we've removed waiters and people around here a bit. I'm going to be using sponge rollers, so first thing is to draw it out, and then use a sponge roller to work all the colours up, and then gradually refine it more and more and more until I'm happy with it. So back into the cafe scenes again, the secret series, where we've got people talking to each other, where there's a hidden dimension in it. So that's the drawing finished for the first of this 2019 winter series of secrets. As you can see, it's a very complicated drawing. It's going to take a bit of doing, this one. Also the next three, because the gallery wanted me to do some very much more complicated and more refined scenes for a higher price. And of course, if you put this much work into it, the price is going to be higher. So it's going to be quite a challenge, isn't it? I've got to work over with the sponge roller and let the drawing just show through as I try and get these complicated sections and shapes built up. And down below, ready to use, my palette of paints, the new set just set out. Mixing palette, water, a few spare paints there, darks and lights, and my full set of both flats and filberts, the larger brushes, my rakes, sponge, painting knives and various tools that I might need to work on this painting. Before I start, just a reminder how we use the sponge rollers. Mix the paint with a heavier brush, usually an older brush, and then run the roller through the brush to get it off the brush and onto the canvas. Don't need much water with the paint, depending on the thinness, obviously, and the transparency you want. So we'll have a go at that, and I want to start mixing up a golden green going on here, so I'm going to take a little bit of water, a little bit of yellow ochre in this case, maybe a touch of warmth into it from there, and a wee touch of green just to get me going. Now, when you first start the rollers off, they tend to be quite absorbent, so they take quite a bit of paint to get them going. And then, if we're working from our mid-tones to our darker tones, we don't have to actually keep washing them out. We can add colour to it as we go along. So there we are, rolling through that. It's a fairly thin mix at the moment because I want the drawing to show through. From there and out of my painting. I'm going to look at the application of this. Take my picture, see where I want to have this colour, just around here at the moment. I'm going to go right over where the lights are going, put the lights on afterwards. I can just see my drawing through this. I can mix and match as I go along. I can put colour over this and glaze it and blend it in, as you're going to see. Nice and roughly at first. There's more control with these rollers than you might think at first. Lovely effect with them. Right up and round here. And wherever you have the colour on your brush, you put it. So wherever I have the colour on my roller, I will use it now to adjust and just get these first layers on. Fairly thin at the moment, as you see. I don't want to let any canvas show. I don't want to have any white canvas glowing through here. I've got to cover it all up. Make sure that's stopped there. A little bit higher, that's it. Mix some more colour whenever I need it and continue in this way with the roller. Let's look at all these lovely golden browns that are going on around here. I can add this colour on over the other whenever I want to, so I can have the effects of the bit more burnt sienna going on in here, across there, getting these textures gradually built up. And I can use the edge of the roller more as well. I don't have to use the flat of the roller, I can start to use the edge a bit more down here. Fairly quickly build up I'm quite an impatient painter, I like to build up my stuff up quite quickly. More yellow ochre and a bit more burnt sienna, a little bit browner, a bit more browns going on into here and through here. All wonderful colours happening right round through. I'm just going to get the effects of them. An impression forward at the moment. I'll come back in with more detail with the brushes afterwards. Let's just get the effect of light first of all here. All I'm using at the moment is yellow ochre and a little bit of burnt sienna. Use the edge of the roller more. Look, I can do a thinner line with the edge of the roller if I want to. Just a matter of getting enough paint onto the sponge to give the effects I want. Don't worry about going over lines, you can still see them underneath. We can come back onto this later and refine everything much later. So wherever the colours are now, we're going to find those and get this effect of all of these wonderful glowing golds and browns going on. There's greens and yellows and all sorts of lovely things happening down here. Don't worry if the plastic of the sponge roller hits it a bit as well. Give them a wash. Always come back with acrylics and put light over dark or dark over light. Remember, you've got that option with acrylics which you haven't with watercolour so easily. You can put one over the other. With watercolour you've got to start with your light and go to your darks, but with acrylics we can go any direction we want. We can go light to darks, darks to lights, lights over darks. So if I make a mistake, I haven't got to worry, I can come back and repaint it later. So what I want to do at the moment is just get these effects in. I'm going to go a bit more towards the burnt sienna, have a little bit of alizarin crimson into it now. Start to get these warms. Maybe too warm, I may have to go a bit more green into it, but we'll see what happens now. Yeah, very nice warms going on up there, which greens are going to come into in a minute. You get this lovely mottled effect. The colour, cool colour hues will play against the warm colour hues, the reds against the blues and so on, and the warmer greens and the cooler greens, again in landscape, will play against each other and will give distance as well in landscape. In this case we're not worried about that quite so much, but a bit more of a little touch of purple coming in now as well. To start to find these slightly deeper tones. Tones and hues are very different. Tones, lights and darks, hues, warms and cools. I'm just going to start and find some of these, hint at these. Down here and lose this white canvas as fast as I can so that I can see wood for trees, as they say. I can see what's going on. I lose this light. Still a bit thin, I don't want canvas showing through. Well, it seems I've almost reached a stage with the sponge roller where I need to go forward and start using the brushes. Just for the moment, I'm going to use a little bit more light. This time a little bit of yellow, lemon yellow into some titanium white, just to try and get this lovely feeling of the light shining through this window at the back here. Going lighter there yet, not quite there yet. I'm going to use mainly filberts in this one now. I'm going to start with the 1/4 inch filbert here and start to whack in the details here now. Well, I've just about completed this one. Looking at it this morning, I'll have to look at them again afterwards, and feel I'd like to tidy this. I think this area here is quite important in the drawing, and it doesn't meet up. I'd like to bring that line so it meets through here and make this arch a little clearer, a little more well drawn, whereas the rest could be more chaotic and reflecting all these bits of light and colour everywhere. Possibly a little more magenta here and there, so that and just tidying up this drawing here, and it should be about finished on this one. Right then, just time to finish off this one, I hope. Just finished teaching for the day. I just got back, but there's still enough daylight left to finish off a bit better this area from here coming around. Let's have a look at what brushes I can use. Now, that's coming from here. Should be coming upwards a bit more there. Out here. And then round to there. That's better already. Just find these. Just a little bit of drawing that I need to sort out, and I feel that's all. Really. Now, do I need anything else? I was thinking the other day about more red in it, but have a little look and see. About these magentas perhaps here and there. So let's call it a day at that and sign it, take a photograph and look to the next one in series. Okay, just varnish and that, see how it looks. Well, the first one of this winter's secret series then.